This could be the real deal, boys. Let's do it.
Welcome to a special edition of the Reggie and Jerome podcast. A gambling edition. I bet y'all wasn't waiting for that one. I'm here with my boys as we always are. Sammy C to my left.
Yo.
My man, my homie, Big J. What's going on?
What's happening?
And our inaugural gambling edition of the Reggie and Jerome podcast, we have a special guest today.
What?
Someone who is near and dear to us. His pops was mentioned on our first podcast he was mentioned on?
A lot of the
podcasts he was mentioned on. Die Hard Birds fan, 4 for 4 guy. I hope you're a 4 for 4 guy.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. My man, my homie, who needs no introduction, but I'm giving him one. J-Valdi, what's happening, my man?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, you know what it is, boy. This is the Reggie and Jerome podcast. We are happy to have you. This is this is what we do. Glad you can join us.
I just want to say thank you guys, and I've been listening to every single podcast, and I just want to, you boys been killing it, and I'm ready to go.
Thank you so much. As always, what we do at the beginning of every podcast, some cringe, some run away from it, some sweat it out by the third take. We take our shot, boys. As always,
Go
salute.
Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You all right over there, Sam?
I should have given you a vasectomy. Ooh. Anyway, so what we talking about? We talking about gambling. Something that we, some of us are more averse to than others, but we've all taken part in one. We'll give you a little recap. We're going to talk about, let's just talk about, first and foremost, before we bring our guest in to talk about his portion of, gambling and when he started and all that. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the $32,000 bet. We've talked to everyone about this bet. So I'm gonna kick it to Sammy because this wouldn't even have been close to being a bet if it wasn't for Sammy stepping in and coming to us and saying we should swap somebody out, right? So, Sammy, I want you to take it away and talk about our $32,000 bet.
Okay. Well, we did 6 running backs last year. We had Jonathan Taylor. We had Saquon Barkley. We had Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, and Derrick Henry, and Breece Hall. Well, I think every single one of them hit. We had Derrick Henry and Saquon over 1,500 rushing yards last year.
1250.
Both of them?
Him and Jonathan Taylor.
Saquon and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Saquon and Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
We had just Derrick Henry for 1,000.
So then the rest of them were for over 1,000.
Over 1,000, yes.
Everybody's going around the room talking about it. We had somebody else in for, who the hell was it for Derrick?
We had somebody else in for Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not coming to me.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway.
I think it may have been Josh Jacobs.
That's exactly who it was.
That's who it was, yep.
Josh Jacobs.
So Josh Jacobs comes into play with the Packers last year, and I was like, I think we should put Derrick Henry in for Josh Jacobs. He hit. Derrick Henry hit. Easy. And then we have our downfall with Breece Hall. Everybody hit. Everybody hit except one player, and that was Breece Hall. And if we would have just took Breece Hall out and put Josh Jacobs back in, we would have won that money.
We would have won that money. Now, full disclosure, there wasn't, I don't play fantasy anymore, but there wasn't a website ranking service that did not have Breece Hall as a top 5 running back in the league, right?
Amen. Yeah.
So it's not
nobody saw that year coming from him at all.
Right. No one saw that coming. So, obviously we didn't hit the bet. But I blame the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. It ain't our fault.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, because
We did what we were supposed to do.
Ball out.
Yeah, we did what we were supposed to do. But yeah, so that was our.
It's all right. I think we got something cooking this year, though.
Yeah, I think we're gonna turn it around. If not, we'll be back here next year talking about the same shit.
And Brees Hall is not going to be in this bitch.
Nah, I don't think he is either. Watch that motherfucker run for 1,800 this year.
Yeah, watch.
So J-Valdi, so you are not averse to placing some wagers on some things. When did this start for you? And do you enjoy it? Is it part of your every weekend routine? Comes Sunday, tell us what you do.
Absolutely. I mean, like we've all had our good bets, our bad bets, but I think I started probably when I was not even of age, probably 16, 17.
Sounds about right.
And there's this club that we go to in Vineland, and we name ourselves the Degenerates, because that's pretty much what we are. We'll sit there on a Saturday morning when sports are slow and there's nothing really going on, and we'll go to a basketball game from, we'll say 2002, and we'll just flip back and forth and say, hey, you want odds or you want even? And we'll check the score. If it's odd or even, you win that money. I want evens. And if the scores total up to be even, you win that. So we bet on anything. I mean, we bet on from the Food Channel. We bet on from, you name it, horse races. Horse races are huge. We always just pull random numbers, and I got number 5 horse. He wins the race, and you win the bet. So we bet on everything. And I always took into it. And I mean, I shouldn't admit this on air and everything like that, but I may or may not have used my sister's social to get on FanDuel a little younger than I should have been. But
you are the perfect person to be on this podcast. I don't know what took you so long. I just want to announce it right now that Valdi will be a recurring guest on the Reggie and Jerome podcast. So just mark your calendar every 4 weeks. You'll be on. Go ahead and continue, Social Security guy.
So she may have got a little mail letter in the mail, and seeing that she has an account with FanDuel and has no clue what FanDuel even is. And at the end of the day, it was me, and I was just always loved it. And I thought I knew more than the books, and that's not true. I never know more than the guys in Vegas.
Nobody does.
They always end up coming out on top. But I got them a few times here and there, and I enjoy it. It's a fun thing to do here and there. Every Sunday, football season is the best. There's nothing better than football, and it's just a great time. All the guys get together. Hey, what do you got? What do you got? And hopefully win a couple dollars. But it's a great time, and like I said, I love doing it, and I keep it reasonable, though. You know what I mean? You can't get out of control with it because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's very easy, because then 1 o'clock games go and you missed. You missed that. Oh, well, I still got 4 o'clock coming around. I could hit on that. I missed on that, too. I got 8 o'clock. You missed on that, and I got Monday night, and it's my last leg. And let's see what happens. But it's a great time.
Yeah, those are the guys that call that number that you hear in the casino all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I feel you. As long as my rule is, if it ain't hurt nobody, do what you gotta do. So if it ain't hurt nobody, do what you gotta do. But yeah, I feel you on that. When I was younger, my grandmother lived in South Philly, and I would go to see her. And now I'm talking, this is a different South Philly, by the way. This South Philly was real. And they had social clubs. And I would walk by these social clubs, and I would see these guys, and they all took care of my grandma because my grandmother was a superintendent of schools. So my grandmother lived around basically nothing but Italian guys, literally. And they always like, hey, Miss Rob, you know what I mean? They always took care of her. And I would see these guys coming in and out of these social clubs with these little slips. And I would ask her, I was like, oh, what are they doing? I thought they were doing math, because I just kept seeing them writing all the time. It wasn't until later on I found out exactly what they were doing with those slips. But so I've been kind of like from afar doing it since then. And then I would like kind of like talk to Anthony or Tony or whatever the guy's name that ended in an I or an O. And I would ask him what he was doing. And that's how I kind of got into it. So that was like when I was younger. Before even that, I mean, after that though, we talk about the $32,000 bet, but the first semi-legal bet or that I placed, I won. And I won huge. And it was a complete fucking mistake that I did it. Back in the day, before you could do this shit on your phones, the only place you could do this was a place called Bodog. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not, but this was like, mid 2000s. So you sent money to the Cayman Islands, put it into an account, and then you could go, because it was like Bodog.lv. So the place was actually in Vegas, but you sent money to the Cayman Islands to place these bets, right? So the first bet, once I found out I could do this, the first bet I placed was Ben Roethlisberger to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the odds were like crazy. It was something like 25-1. But in my mind, I'm thinking this is light work. Like, fucking Super Bowl. Of course he's going to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl, right? Then I talked to my uncle. My uncle was like, nah, he got to cross the goal line, bro. So he was like, that shit is not going to happen. This is the Super Bowl. Now, backtrack, they had a guy on their team who scored touchdowns. He must have scored 10 touchdowns from 1 yard out. He was the original push guy, which was Jerome Bettis. They would just hand the ball to Jerome Bettis at the 1. Shit played out just like that. They get down to the 1. I'm like, fuck is Jerome Bettis? They're going to get the ball to Jerome Bettis. Quarterback sneak. Ben Roethlisberger. First play of the game. First touchdown of the game. And I was like, holy shit, that shit hit. I looked, I was like, yo, we going to Sizzler tonight. That shit hit.
That's a good film.
Oh my gosh. Now, way different. That shit ain't come to my phone or nothing like that. I had to wait 3 weeks for a check from the Cayman Islands to come. I had to take it to Sunbank. You don't even remember Sunbank. I had to take it to Sunbank and get that thing checked. And I think I bought a 95 Honda Accord with that. I can't remember. I know I bought something with it. But yeah, that was my introductory into somewhat legal gambling. Now you can do that shit in 30 states, and it's crazy now. So, and we live in a state that we can do it legally. So we don't have to use anybody's social security numbers. That was a great story, by the way. So that being said, we're going to start our gambling podcast. We're going to start with, I think, the AFC North. So how we set this up is you take one bet from each division, each team, or one team from the division that you think has the best bet to either win that division, win the conference, or win the Super Bowl. So we're starting with the AFC North. Who has the North?
I do.
All right. So, J-Valdi, it's on you, bro.
That's it. Well, my AFC North bet is the Pittsburgh Steelers over 7.5 wins. I know their team's not that strong. They got Aaron Rodgers. They got a bunch of guys, you know what I mean, here and there. They got rid of their running backs. They even took our boy Kenny Gainwell. He might have some play time over there.
I was trying to figure out where the hell Kenny Gainwell was.
Yeah,
he went with Darius Slay, man.
Oh, shit. Continue. I'm sorry.
But they have one of the best coaches in the league that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And Mike Tomlin. And if you look at his, I mean, I know all the Steelers fans are tired of hearing about it and they're never went under 500 and whatever and whatnot. Dude wins. I mean, having a record of, I mean, I don't know how many exactly years he's been the head coach, but to never have a record under 500, especially in AFC North, is incredible. I mean, Mike Tomlin's a winner. He's a great coach. He's a top 5 coach in my books. He's a great coach. And for their line to be set at 7.5, I'm taking it all day, any day. Give me the Steelers over 7.5 wins at, I think it's plus 122 or something like that. And I'm taking it. I mean, you got to put your faith in the guy. I mean, all the odds, until I touch them, are saying that the Steelers should have over 500 record. I mean, they haven't had it in how many years? I know the division's tough. It's a very tough division. But that defense should be.
It's been a long time since they didn't win half their game.
And that defense, I mean, like I said, it should be locked. I mean, they took one of my favorite players from the Eagles, Darius Slay, and they paired him up to another guy on the other side of him, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, I know they're older, but they still can ball. They still got plenty of ball in their life. And like I said, I think I'm not going to get too far into it, but my defensive player of the year is on the line on that side. And TJ Watt, he's a beast. I mean, he's a beast. And you give him that team, that defense can win games. Miles Rogers, you know what I mean, just does what he does a little bit. And let's go back to the New York Jets. New York Jets, I think, are just cursed. I think that's just a team that you got to forget about him, throw it in the bat. I mean, he first played his debut with the Jets. You all know what happens.
So you think the defense can win them half
I
games?
do. I really do.
Right.
I think it's a solid team, and I think you should take that bet all day over 7.5 for the Steelers.
Good job, J-Valdi. I don't know if I'd take it, but that's your bet. That's your bet. We move to the AFC East. Who has the AFC East? I believe that's Mr. J.A. over
That would
there.
be me.
What you got for your best bet from the AFC East?
So obviously, I'm not going to take the Bills to win the AFC East. I mean, I think everybody in America knows that the Bills are going to win the AFC East.
Mm-hmm.
I am interested in the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
As long as Tua does not die on the field.
Which is subject for debate.
I do think that they have the structure in place to be a playoff team. And they're plus 155 to make the playoffs. And I do think the way the AFC constructs, I think Miami has the best chance to be the wild card team. All the other teams in the AFC East, or I'm sorry, in the AFC, outside of your big dogs, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Steelers, there's nobody who I think really scares anybody, that's going to scare the rest of the AFC. Granted, that is going to rely on Tua's health, and I hope the guy stays healthy because that's just scary seeing him out on the field like that. But that's where I sit with them. And if I don't bet as much as you guys do. It's not really my forte. I'm definitely taking the plus side on Miami Dolphins making the playoffs.
Good job. And you don't gotta preface it that you don't bet. Like you talking to us like we some kind of degenerates or something like that.
It's just not my forte. If there's anything I hate in life, it's losing money. So
I don't think anybody at this table likes losing money. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. Good job, my guy. I ain't mad at you. If that's your bet, that's your bet. I believe we're moving to me at this point. This was a tough one for me because it's I don't want to say it's a long shot, but it might be a long shot. So we're moving to the AFC South. And I have the Houston Texans to make the AFC Championship game. So there's a couple of reasons why I took that. Most of them have to do with money. The odds were the odds were great. I watched them play the Chiefs I replayed that game several times. And they were a lot closer to the Chiefs than I think a lot of people think they are. They're not that far off. I really like CJ Stroud. I think at some point you break through. The odds are plus 650. Well, at least when I did, the odds were like plus 650 for them to make the AFC Championship game. Not saying they're going to win it, but if 100 gets me 650, I'm taking that because there's something about them I like. I normally give you guys scientific breakdowns. I can break down, cover 3-4 shells all day if you want. But for this one, it's just a feeling. I just feel like they got it. So for me, my best bet from the AFC South is the Houston Texans. Moving right along, Sammy C. You're at the AFC West. What you got, my man?
I got the Denver Broncos winning the AFC West at plus 290.
I like that bet, by the way.
I like Bo Nix, man. I think he's going to turn around. He has some weapons. That running back, yeah, you got J.K. Dobbins, man, but you got Harvey. And he's a rookie, but I think he could play really, really well. And I just think that this is the year that the Chiefs just don't win the division. It's, it's always Chiefs, and the Broncos thought they were doing something last year with Russell Wilson, and that went down the hill. But I really think that the Broncos can turn around and take that AFC West.
Well said. Like I said, when you were just talking, I was thinking the same thing. At some point, I think they break through, and this might be the year that they break through. Coupled with the fact that, like I spoke before about windows close quicker than you think. The Chiefs have had a very long window. At some point, Travis Kelce is going to get hit and not get up. Patrick Mahomes is going to get hit.
And his ankle rolled on again.
And not get up. They've played more football than anybody else in the past 6 years. At some point, it catches up to you, and I think this is the year it catches up to them.
I agree. And I mean, the other thing is Broncos defense, man. They've made a few pickups in the offseason. I like Greenlaw. I've always liked him at the middle linebacker position. He's just a player that you can always rely on. You've seen him with the 49ers. But yeah, I think the Chiefs I think their hype is done. That's my prediction.
They come back to the pack. Not a problem with that.
Yep.
J-Valdi, so on you, my guy. Who you got? You are talking about the NFC North.
For this one, I have 3 teams out of that division making the playoffs. I have the Lions, Vikings, and Packers all to make the playoffs in that division.
What's the plus on that?
It's really, I mean, you would think it'd be crazy, but it's like plus 335 or something like that.
That's not bad.
I think it's the best division in football. The Lions, yes, they were injured last year. I think they're coming back healthy. The Lions speak for themselves. I think that's my winner to win the division. Packers, they should be strong. They're always a tough team. I like Jordan Love. And the Vikings, J.J. McCarthy. I'm on the J.J. McCarthy train. I don't know why. I've seen him play. I mean, my college team's Alabama, and he played for Michigan, and we all know what happens there. And I think he was the most fit, ready for the NFL. And unfortunately, he suffered a season-end injury back in training camp back in last year. But I think it's going to be a tough division. I think, like I said, 3 of them teams make the playoffs. And that's what I got.
Yeah, we're going to get one of my picks later on has to do with that division as well. And I agree with you. I don't know if those 3 teams are going to make it, but I think that's the toughest division in the NFC. We move on to a conference that is near and dear to our hearts. No repeat winner in this conference in a minute.
Last 20 years.
Last 20 years in this division. We move to the NFC East. J.A., what do you got, my man?
This is going to be the year we have a repeat winner.
Whoa!
In the NFC East.
Whoa! Just for clarification services, who won the NFC East last year?
The Birds, baby. The Birds.
Oh, okay. Who won the NFC Championship last year?
The Birds, baby.
All right.
The Birds.
All right. I don't even want to keep going. But just in case somebody doesn't know, who won the Super Bowl last year?
The motherfucking Birds, baby.
Right. Okay. So I just had to get that out of our system. So go ahead. NFC East, what you got, bud?
Not to say that it's an easy bet to take, given the history of the last 20 years, but the Eagles are minus 150 to win the division. To me, it's hard to walk away from that bet. Yeah, you're going to have to put some money down to see some money in return, but the way the Birds are just constructed, it's really hard to take another team in that aspect unless you really are, go big, go home. I'm trying to win as much money as possible, and I'm just going to throw this at the Dallas Cowboys, which is not happening.
Not put no money down on them?
No.
Oh, just checking.
Smart man.
But, the Birds, they got the best team in the NFC East. I think they have the best team in the NFC. That's where I'm going. I'm not going anywhere else in that division.
Sounds good. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I too think that they are going to repeat. It's been a minute. At some point, somebody's got to do it.
20 years. That's crazy.
At some point, somebody's got to do it. Why not the Birds? Good job, my man. We moved to the NFC South. This one was one that was. This is a weird division. You know, the Buccaneers, who are turning into what we call the Niners the Red Cowboys. The Buccaneers are turning into the Silver or the Pewter Cowboys because these guys, man, I don't know what it is when they see green, bro. They just, oh my gosh,
They turn up.
man. Another story for another day. But I am not picking them.
Okay.
I am picking the Atlanta Falcons to make the playoffs. The Falcons are one of the most talented teams on paper that just never do shit. We have debated. I don't know which one of us wanted to drive to Atlanta a couple months ago to pick up Kyle Pitts. We were talking about that forever. You look at this dude; he looks like a monster. Like he would fit great. I hope Dallas Goddard's family does not listen to our podcast because they might want to throw hands with us because we was trying to ship Dallas Goddard out for Kyle Pitts. You know, they got one of the top running backs in all of football, not even the conference, all of football. As anything, it always goes down to the quarterback. You know, what can the quarterback do for them, with them? And I just have a feeling they're going to make the playoffs this year. No real rhyme or reason for it. It's plus 330 to do it. Not crazy odds. But for me, that's my pick for the NFC South is Falcons to make the playoffs. Moving along, Sammy C. You out there with the Red Cowboys. What you got?
So it was a toss-up between the Red Cowboys, but I have the Los Angeles Rams winning that division. I love the defense that they have versus an absolute dog on the end. Obviously, Puka Nacua. Then they added another target for Matthew Stafford with Devontae Adams. And I think I have the Rams win that division at plus 200. I like that. I think they can. 49ers, I mean, you know, they lost Debo. They're not starting the season with Ayuk. So they may start off rough in the beginning. But that's when I think the Rams just take that division and run with it.
Yeah, I think the Niners window, if it's not closed, it's close to closing. At some point, you just can't, lose players and not replace them. And although I think Debo is a little overrated, I do think they might have an issue replacing him. There's just something about him in their locker room that just seemed like he really helped them. Not to mention Christian McCaffrey. I don't, we've talked about it before. The average span of an NFL career is 3.5 years. For running backs, it is actually even less than that, believe it or not.
Wow.
It's like 3 years. Obviously, he's great, and he's been great for a long time. But at some point, your body says enough, which is why what Derrick Henry is doing is so crazy. Like, the fact that he's been able to do this almost 10 years is wild.
Yeah.
And, we got a guy in Philly that is on that same trajectory, doesn't take a ton of hits.
Until he goes backwards over somebody.
Yeah, until he goes backwards over somebody, then he takes a huge hit. But yeah, I feel you on your pick. I think the Niners might be moving in a different direction. So I feel you on that. Good job, Sammy C. Good job, everybody. Y'all crushing today. Jay, for somebody who act like you don't gamble, you kind of know what you're talking about a little bit, my man. You know what I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to come back here in October, we could do another special edition. You know what I mean? Once the baseball playoffs start, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But good job, guys.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I'd like to take a minute and interrupt the Reggie and Jerome podcast and welcome our new podcast, The Mound Visit, your unofficial trip to the mound for all things Philadelphia Phillies. We're stepping off the rubber, kicking some dirt, and breaking down everything from Broad Street bombs to Citizens Bank drama. Whether you've been riding with the Phils since the vet or just hopped on the Red October train, grab your glove, grab your rally towel, and settle in. This is the Mound Visit, where every episode brings the heat.
And we're back to the second half of the Reggie and Jerome Inaugural Gambling Podcast. We move on to our prop bets. Basically, the rule for this one is you take one player in the entire NFL. You pick one prop bet that you think is going to hit for this player. For me, I'm going to go first on this one, which is a rarity. My prop bet is Joe Burrow to have the most passing yards in the NFL this year. It is plus 390. I think that the Bengals defense, especially if they don't sign Hendrickson, is going to be shitty. They're going to throw a lot. And why not it be him? He's got two great wide receivers on the outside. And I think if they're going to win games, they're going to have to be 35 to 32. I think that's the way they're going to win games. So my prop bet, 100 gets you 390, is Joe Burrow to have the most passing yards in the NFL. We're going to change it to rotation. We're going to kick it over to J-Valdi. What do you got for your prop bet?
All right, I'm heading to the NFC West here. And one of my guys on the Cardinals, Trey McBride, to have over 4.5 touchdowns. Last year, he only had 2 touchdowns, which was crazy.
Hold on a second. You had to dig deep for that shit, bro.
To me, it's almost, I just can't see it happening again.
How many did he have last year?
2, only 2. But he was second behind Brock Bowers with 111 receptions. Brock Bowers had 112. Trey McBride was that good of a tight end, and it was a big deal when he scored a touchdown in week 16, 17. You guys might remember. They made a huge deal because he had so many catches. He had 111 catches with 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was a tight end version of Julio Jones.
Exactly. I mean, so this year they have him at 4.5, and I'm taking it. It's minus 110, pretty much even money. But I got to put my money on him having at least 6, 7 touchdowns in that offense. I mean, Marvin Harrison probably going to pick it up a little bit this year. He's a slow start last year. But give me Trey McBride over 4.5 touchdowns.
I like it. Not mad at it at all. Anything that gives you plus money, it's fine by me.
That's it.
We're moving around. Sammy C, what you got? What's your prop bet for the year?
I got Jared Verse over 7.5 sacks this year. He had 4. I think he had 4.5 sacks last year as a rookie. I think he destroys that, and I think he's close to 9, 10 sacks this year. He's quick off the line, quick to get to the QB. I think this is his year.
I can see it. Although he was a little yappy in the NFC Championship game. I mean, in the playoffs. I like Jared Verse. He's got that thing that a lot of defensive ends got. He got it. So yeah, that's a great pick, Sammy. I like that. J.A., we're moving over to you. What is your prop bet for the year?
I am hopping over to the AFC West. I am taking Bo Nix to throw over 4,000 yards.
Ooh, okay.
Plus 250. In his rookie season last year, he came up just short, 3,775. I like Bo Nix. I think he's a good quarterback. I think another year under his belt. I know the sophomore slump is a thing, but I do think with the arm talent that he's got, I think he's going to eclipse that 4,000 and even flirt with your bet of Burrow having the most passing yards in the league.
Dig it. Like it. Like Bo Nix too. I think that, like I said, I think the Broncos might do a little something this year. There might be a shakeup in that AFC West. So yeah, I'm feeling you on that. Good job, J.A. We're going to stay in the same vein, but this one is a little different. Same type of bet, but this bet has to be a Birds player prop bet. So we're going to start off with Sammy C this time. Sammy C, I need a prop bet for one bird. Give it to me. Pause.
One bird.
Go ahead.
One bird. I got Devontae Smith over 1,000 receiving yards this year, plus 150.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, because it's going to be difficult.
It's going to be difficult, but I mean, I don't want to put any bad juju, but if AJ can't stay healthy, he's the next one in line. That dude has shown he could be a top receiver. He could be a number one on 15 other different teams.
Probably more than that.
Probably more.
Yeah, I agree. I have no issue with your bet. And as such, I'm going to go next because my bet goes with that. I got Jalen Hurts throwing for over 4,000 yards this year. Yes, I do.
Okay.
So, obviously, he's never done it. Why not now?
Why not now?
So, we are going to be seeing a lot of different defenses this year. Copycat league. Fool me once, you ain't fooling me twice. I love Saquon. 2,000 ain't coming nowhere near that boy this year. They still going to score. They still got weapons. I think Jay Hurts is better than he was last year. So for me, I got Jay Hurts throwing over for 4,000 yards. It's like plus 410. So Vegas don't really think he going to do it either. But I'm putting my money where my mouth is. A lot of these bets I ain't placing. I'm actually placing this bet because I think he's going to do that shit. So, yeah, for me, Jay Hurts over 4,000 yards is my Eagle prop bet of the year. I'm going to kick this to J.A. J.A., what's your prop bet for the Eagles this year?
So my bet kind of hinders your bet a little bit.
And this is the end of his reign on. Nah, go ahead.
I have Saquon Barkley, who's plus 300 to lead the league in rushing again.
Okay.
I know everybody thinks that it's tough to duplicate, but when you're rushing behind the best offensive line in the National Football League, he's going to find those gaps. He's going to break some more long runs like we saw last year. And to me, him saying that he feels like he's in the best shape of his career going into the season speaks volumes. And I think that he's going to be running around that football field like a man with no head again.
I'm not mad at that. Obviously, I hope we're both right. But, yeah, I'm not mad at that. Saquon might just be different, bro. And if he is, Birds are going to have a lot of success if he's just different. Good job. J-Valdi, what's your Eagle prop bet for the year?
All right. I mean, this might be a long shot, so don't put your house, don't put your check, don't put anything on it. But just looking through my Eagles lenses, give me Jalen Carter to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow.
Kid is a dog. I know it's hard for a D tackle to win it. He doesn't get all the sacks. He doesn't get everything like the number. The kid is special. I mean, we are so lucky to have him. We're so lucky that he fell to number 10, I think it was in the draft. Kid is that good. I mean, he is up there with any top defensive lineman in the league. Kid's is a stud. I mean, if there's any year, I think this is the year he's going to break out. He's going to show you. He's going to help that secondary. I think he's going to show you why he's that good. I mean, you listen around the league, you listen to the players he practices against, everyone just raves about how good, how dominant he is. I mean, he's so strong. He's quick. He's, like I said, we're lucky that Fletcher Cox retired and here stepped in Jalen Carter. I mean, he's that good. And like I said, it's plus 2,200. So like I said, don't put anything crazy on it. But if you have a couple extra dollars, I wouldn't mind throwing a couple dollars on Jalen Carter to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Damn, boy, why you say that? Because I was about to send my daughter tuition. But all right, I guess since you said don't.
Just got to work a few more hours.
Oh, man. And a caveat for anybody listening, this is for educational purposes only.
Absolutely.
Do not come up to me in Target and say that you put your money on Jalen Hurts to have 4,000 yards, because one of two things are going to happen. I'm going to laugh at you, then I'm going to steal on your face. So don't come up to me talking that shit like that. So, yeah, so that's it on that. But, yo, good one. I ain't mad at that. The odds are great, and,
Exactly.
for a couple dollars, I ain't mad at that. Moving on to the next portion of the Reggie and Jerome Gathering podcast. This one is a little different. We're going to do a parlay. So, what was sent out was 4 to 6 leg parlay, which is not uncommon in our world. You can hit these occasionally. So I'm going to start with mine. My parlay is a 5-leg parlay, and it is the Eagles, Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, and Lions to have over 10 wins. Plus 443, how to get you 450, close to it. I'll be honest with you. I looked at this long and hard, and to me, this shit look like stealing money. I can't see any of these teams not having 10 wins. Now, I've said that before and lost by week 4, but I think that this is a bet that there's 3 bets on these sheets that I spoke of, and this is another one that I'm actually placing. I think all of these teams will win over 10 games. So my bet, my 4 to 6 leg parlay is Eagles, Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, and Lions to win 10 games. J-Valdi, we're going to switch the rotation up. We're going to go with you next. What is your 4 to 6 leg parlay?
All right. I got all players on this parlay, but it's 6-leg parlay. I got Jamar Chase over 1,250. Justin Jefferson over 1,250 yards. Podca over 1,000. Saquon over 1,250. Jonathan Taylor over 1,000. And Bijan Robinson over 1,000. That ends me with a total of plus 615 for all 6 of them guys to go over their mark. And I like it. I mean, really, I don't see... It all looks good on paper. Like I said, it really does look good on paper.
Look like stealing money, right?
Exactly. It looks too good to be true.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I had to worry about one, maybe Taylor over 1,000. I don't know how much he's going to slow up. He's got a couple years on him now. But other than that, I mean, Chase and Jefferson, they got to be going at it for the crown. And I see them guys going over 1,250. And then Saquon, he's getting over 1,250. I mean, I'm not going to explain too much about that. And like I said, other than that, I got him plus 615. You throw 100 on that, you win 615, and I think that's a good bet.
There you go. I ain't mad at that either. I like that bet. We might have to talk about after the podcast and do a little something with that one. That was a good one, man. Good job. Jay, we kicking it over to you, bro.
Okay.
What's your 4 to 6 leg parlay for the year?
So I got 4 teams here that they're sitting at the 9.5 win mark. I do think they're all going to hit over. I got the Broncos, the Packers, the Chargers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think you got a couple division winners in there, and then the Packers are going to be a wild card team, and they play well every year. I think they're going to sit around that 11 win mark in a tough division.
Like it. What's it? Do you know the odds on it? Plus what?
I do not have that. Oh, that's my fault. I didn't write that one down.
Don't worry about it. We'll edit that back in somehow. I don't know how, but we'll do it. Good job, dog. I like that one too. We may also have to talk after the podcast. Sammy C, what's your 4 to 6 leg parlay for the year?
I'm bringing it back to the running backs, man.
Okay.
Last year hurt me. I'm doing it again this year.
My man is going back to his abuser.
Yep. I got Saquon over 1,250. I got Bijan Robinson over 1,250. I got Derrick Henry over 1,000. Bucky Irving over 1,000.
Woo!
Josh Jacobs over 1,000. And Genty over 1,000. Don't ask me what the odds are because I have no idea, but I'll bring that back in and I'll get it to you guys.
Damn. We can get our staff to work on that later, but say that one more time for me again. Because that almost I fucking hate gambling. But go ahead. It sounds too good, too. Go ahead.
Barkley over 1250.
1250.
Bijan over 1250. Derrick Henry over 1,000. Bucky Irving over 1,000. Josh Jacobs over 1,000. And Genty over 1,000. Now, I mean, if you didn't want to do Bucky Irving, you can also go Jonathan Taylor over 1,000.
The Bucky Irving probably gives you better odds, though.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah. I kind of like that, too. Wow, you guys really crushed this. Good shit, man. Yeah, that's a good one, too. It's probably close to like plus 800 or something like that, or close to it.
I mean, but the only reason I did Bucky Irving is because Jonathan Taylor had over 1,400 yards last year rushing. Bucky Irving, he only had 1,100. So I think the odds are better with Bucky Irving. But I just think this rookie, man, Genty, I think he's going to be something special. I think he rushes for over 1,000 yards his rookie year.
Good shit, Sammy C. I like that. We're definitely going to find out the odds on that one, but I like that. Good one.
Yeah.
What'd you say the odds were, Derek?
I said like 880.
You're pretty good. Let's do this a little bit. Plus 873.
Told you. Yeah, I like that one, though.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Sheesh. So, with that being said,
oh boy,
we go to our final pick of the inaugural Reggie and Jerome gambling podcast. I am going to go first on this. First, I will say that this honestly is named after someone for this reason, because there have been times when I have gotten calls or texts at 11:30, 12 on Sunday, and it would be this long list of things that I would have to read. The parlay might have every team in it. And I would be like, I don't know, bruh. If you want to throw $2 on it, it's cool, but I wouldn't put any gas money on it. And to his credit, they never hit, but it's always one team or two teams. But, bro, that's why they call it gambling.
That's for sure.
So, for our inaugural Big Nel, this parlay has absolutely no fucking chance of hitting, but if it does, I'm painting my Grand National bet. This is mine. The Buffalo Bills to win the AFC East, the Cincinnati Bengals to win the AFC North, the Houston Texans to win the AFC South, Kansas City Chiefs to win the AFC West, the Eagles to win the NFC East, the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC North, and the Atlanta Falcons to win the NFC South. 8-leg parlay, plus 34.65, $100 gets you $34,000. That is my absolutely no fucking way this bet is hitting bet that I'm still going to put $20 down on. That is my Big Nel bet. Fellas, I see smoke coming out of your ears. You trying to pick one?
I got mine.
Oh, somebody steps up to the plate. Sammy C, what is your inaugural Big Nel? Ain't no fucking way this shit's hitting bet.
Yeah, this shit ain't fucking him, but Buffalo Bills win the AFC East, the Bengals AFC North, the Texans AFC South, the Broncos AFC West, obviously the Philadelphia Eagles in the East, Detroit Lions in the NFC North, Atlanta Falcons in the South, and the Rams in the AFC West. Put $20 on it, you win $7,926 plus $39,634.
Woo! Dang. Scared money don't make no money. Put 100 on that thing, boy.
Oh, you want 100?
Put 100 on that thing.
I'll get it to you right now.
Tell me what 100 on that. It's got to be 40, almost 40 grand, right?
Yeah, 39,634.
40 grand. Yes, boy.
Christ.
Yes, sir. I'll be back in the game with that, baby.
Uh-huh.
Get that used Hellcat back in the game.
Or if you got some extra money,
Okay, talk to me.
just put 1,000 on.
Oh, talk to me.
That's a house.
Motherfucker, we going to Boca with that. Yeah, that's all good. I like that, though. Good shit, my man.
Mm-hmm.
J-Valdi, you had some time to think about it. What you got?
All right, now that I'm looking at it, I mean, I might actually put this bet in right now as we speak.
No cares. I'm talking about.
But all these teams are just to make the playoffs. No division winners, nothing like that, nothing crazy. But I have a 12-legger here.
Oh, boy. Nel going to be proud of you, boy.
We want to get that Grand National paid. I mean, we got to do something. So listen, this is what I got. I got the Buffalo Bills to make the playoffs, Ravens to make the playoffs, Chiefs, Eagles, Lions, Rams, Vikings, Packers, Bucks, Broncos, Steelers, and the Cowboys. $20 wins you $9,725 plus $4,825.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm not asking for any special, no division winners, nothing like that. Just make the playoffs. All you gotta do is make the playoffs for me, and that's what we got. $20 wins you $9,000, almost $10,000.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
It's not bad. It's, like I said, I almost might put it in right now as we're speaking.
That ain't bad. Huh. Hey, we definitely. I'm gonna have to listen to this week because I'm gonna forget anyway. But I'm gonna listen to this week because some of these I'm actually gonna put in.
And I don't know when this is getting put out, whatever. But I'm not, putting anything out for FanDuel or just putting it out for them. But Tuesday, actually, all these bets that we're talking about, they're actually having a futures day. A futures day is going to be where all these future bets that we're talking about, and they're going to give you increased odds on putting all these bets in just on Tuesday. So all your odds boost and everything like that. Like I said, I'm not, putting anything out for FanDuel unless they want to sponsor you guys.
Well, let me tell you something. This will be out before that.
Beautiful.
And I will be definitely putting my login information around that same time. So, yeah. I'm with you. And just want to let you know, for your first shot, my man, you crushed it. Great job, my guy.
Thank you.
Great job. We'll see you in 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
J.A., you are bringing up the proverbial rear on this one. Obviously, you mentioned you are not a gambler. But what you got? This motherfucker said timeout.
Yes, I did. Yes,
so we're going to take a timeout, and we did that. Good job, Chris Webber. All right, the cheerleaders are off the court at this point. Timeout is over. We're going to kick it to my man, Big J.A. You're bringing up the proverbial rear. Pause. What do you got for your inaugural Big Nel parlay?
So I got a 5-leg parlay. We got Lamar to win regular season MVP, Ashton Genty to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, TJ Watt to win Defensive Player of the Year, Saquon to win Offensive Player of the Year for the NFL, and Abdul Carter to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. You put $10 down on that, you come walking away with a whopping $35,000.
Whoa.
I like it.
Boy, man, let me tell you, Nel would have the shiniest granddad. It would be shining, boy. That's actually not a crazy bet, honestly.
Not at all.
Damn. That's not crazy at all. 10 get you 35?
10 will get you 35.
100 get you 350?
That's a new house.
Woo! A motherfucker gonna have a new camper like that, boy.
New camper.
A couple new Grand Nationals.
A couple new Grand Nationals.
Shit, he might buy Kendrick GNX. Whoa, yo, that's crazy, but not an insane bet. Again, I will be reviewing this at work in a couple days and be like,
shit, Gio may get a new Grand
I ain't
National.
kidding.
You ain't lying.
The little boy, the one you can just do with the
remote.
And that motherfucker sliding around the backyard.
Shout out to Nelson though, man. Big Nel, I hope you put one of these bets together and one day it hits, and when that day happens, I will tell you were right. Until then, it's not happening.
So let me tell you something. All right. I talked to him this morning, And
He said Cody Rhodes.
he did not say Cody Rhodes.
WrestleMania or something.
He did not say Cody Rhodes. But actually, let me back up. We were together Friday, and I told him that I named the last bet after him. I told him what it was called or whatever like that. Right. So fast forward this morning, he texted me about the Field of Dreams game in Iowa that the Phillies are supposed to be playing in.
Yes, they
I saw that.
confirmed they're going to be playing the Minnesota Twins.
Right. So, as most people know, my thing for driving is I don't drive more than 4 hours. So he tells me, your dad, Bobby, he was like, "Oh, that's great. We could take the drive from here to Iowa to watch the game, and we could bond while we do it." And
Hell no.
And I said, "Yeah, we can bond in row 13 of a plane." I'm not doing that. But I will say this. Now, if you win one of these bets, I will ride 14 and a half hours with you from here to Iowa to the Field of Dreams game. But that bet's not crazy. I don't really think any of the ones that we placed were really crazy.
Uh-uh.
It's just when you have a lot of legs in a parlay, they're just really hard to hit.
They always look good on paper.
They always look good on. You're absolutely right. They always look good on paper. Fellas, this was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. We will be doing this again. J-Valdi, you are an official member of the Reggie and Jerome podcast. We don't say that lightly. You crushed it, my guy.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming by. And your expertise was really needed. And you're close to being a degenerate, but you're not. I know you're not. Good job, my guy.
Thank you,
Yeah,
fellas.
good.
And like
No
I said,
doubt.
keep killing it, and can't wait till the next one comes out after this.
Absolutely.
I think we got something special for the next one.
I
Oh,
heard a little.
Yeah.
There's some rumblings out there. Huh?
Yeah, there's some people talk about some certain things.
Talking about it.
And, everybody that's at this table right now will be involved in it at some point in some way.
I don't know if I should apologize now or just save it for a later date.
Nah.
Save it for a later
Nah,
date.
save it for a later date. I'd rather hear the mumbling and stumbling at that point. Nah, all good. You guys will hear about that very soon.
Very, very soon.
As always, my guys, thank you for listening. It is our pleasure and our joy. We do this for us, but we just happy. And we're so excited you guys get a chance to listen to it and that you like it. As always, in parting, we go around the table and we say,
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
"Go Birds, we out."